So, what is up, guys? Looks like we're starting our week off from a depression to, all right, we're going to give you witches now so you guys cannot complain. All right. So, obviously, now we see what witches are going to do in Zero's format. So, when this unit legions, When this unit legions, I'm reading that, right? Really quick. When this unit, okay, so it's only a once effect. I thought it was continuous in TCG, no? Wasn't it continuous in TCG, if I can recall? Could have sworn it was. Could have sworn that was continuous. It was just CB2, though. Alright, well, they nerfed it, obviously. So when this unit legions, counterblast 3, retire a witch, rear guard, reveal 10 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, choose 2 random grade 3 units, call them to rear guard circles, and those units become power 5000, grade 0 with boost and no abilities. Your abilities do not activate from this effect. Your opponent's abilities do not activate from this effect. So A, that means there is no Ganslot Zenith. If you take the Ganslot Zeniths out, they're gone for good. They just become 5k boosters in the back. But again, this is different for Ganslot. If you call the Ganslots out, again, we kind of got to the point with this card was going to be, all right, if he has heals coming up, we got to call the 2 heals and try to game them. So that's nice. So, Triangle and call them to rear guard circles. So let's just establish this effect real quick. So you choose 2 random grade 3 or grade... Oh, that's random? Hey. They really wanted to nerf this. I don't remember it being random because usually you just look for cards and you choose whatever triggers were there. But now we're in a flow with this card being Counterblast 3. That's pretty expensive, and this is not a Revenger. So I think we're bringing back our Cursed Lancer. Possibly we are. Counter charge, worth it. It's good to go. I think that's what I'm seeing here. We're definitely going to bring back Lancer for witches. So that's going to take up a tiny little bit of a slot there. And 1 turn effect, if your opponent has 2 or more grade 0 rear guards, which they will because you called 2 random G3s, retire a rear guard with the same name as your Vanguard to draw 2 cards. I mean, first off, they kept a little bit of the TCG effect, and then it just got its 0 effect of being... This can only happen when you Legion. When you do it. So there's that. Alrighty. And her card right here. Thanks, Ollie. I love you. Even working, I got you. I love this man. He's too good to me to get this information to me on time and in the field, man. Good shit, my homie. This is my dude, homies. He got me. During your turn, Vanguard's a witch, 3,000. Okay, so now we kind of established the base for witches. They're going to be random calls, but they only work when you Legion. This doesn't happen all the time, so now we got to the point of is when you Legion. So again, you're going to have to re-ride, possibly heal, then ride this again, and then go about your plays. And the only way to pull off this Persona retire is having the G2 in your hand to draw 2 cards, so that effect is still limited. So with Fianna getting what she gets, I mean, 10 cards, again, this can become a camo, but in a 10-card deck, I mean, you're calling 10 cards out of a 40-card deck, there's obviously going to at least be a trigger or 2 out of 10 cards. There's no way. Maybe like a trigger sack, maybe, called the draw trigger, so your opponent doesn't get any draw plays. That's always nice as well. But again, keep in mind, you're CBing 3, you're doing a CB3 play to minus 2 possible trigger checks out of your opponent's deck, and if you get the heals and they call the random heals, we won't know what they see. It's random. It revealed 10 cards from your opponent's deck. Hopefully we get to see it, and if we see it, we know we're going to complain. If we don't see it, then we're not going to complain because it's randomized and we know. But it'd be nice to see the 10 cards on top of your opponent's deck just to see, like, oh, good, he had a sack coming, so obviously the randomizer is not going to call his 2 heals that I'm looking forward to, so that's not going to happen now, is it? No, of course. Yeah, the only way your opponent ever has 2 or more grade 0 rear guards is only by her effect. Conroe's gone, and the rest of the deck is all G1s. This effect will only work. The bad thing about this card is this effect only works when you Legion. And you have to have a copy in hand just to draw 2 cards afterwards. Hey, that is something. But they at least kept witches to an extent of, yes, we're still calling the triggers, and it's your G3. So still, I take that as a nice gesture of this card being, I'm taking this. this is fine. This is going to balance it out. We don't want to break witches where you see B2 all the time, where it can be continuous versus the TCG one where it felt continuous, I believe. I don't think it was when this unit, I think the when this unit Legion became the nerf versus if this unit is Legion, you can see B2 and stuff. So anyways, yes. So now we got a pretty glimpse at which means the minus 5k unit's going to look at 5 cards, call it G3, and then obviously minus 5,000 power to the Vanguard. So a little bit of a moment where you'll be able to power creep. And not only power creep, but again, even if they had trigger, they go up to 1,600. You try to go up to 2,100 because you're Legion, which you will. So you're guaranteed 3 damage once you even put a G0 out. So we already know the other witch is coming that's like a Zeal. But now we know how she's actually going to work. That's good. So I'm glad we got to dive into witches tonight. This is good. Obviously, this won't be a long video because we just want to go over what's really going to be changed about Shadows. You're going to be running a Curse Lancer. That's number 1. Curse Lancer returns for this because it's CB3. This is heavy as shit. You're going to need a countercharger. And B, you can't even run Blaster Dark Avenger and the countercharger because they don't work in this deck. So again, witches be witches. So I'm pretty sure, I mean, there has to be a countercharger in witches somewhere. But don't forget, other witches do call from the top of the deck. Like the G2, maybe they'll change the G2 around. The other one that goes with the other girl. And we'll just see how that plays out throughout the week because we already know tomorrow, Monday, we're going to get more information. Anyways, guys, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. Love you, Ollie. Thanks for always keeping me up to date with all the news so we can share with our homies and the nice people at YouTube. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe, and I'll see you all another time. Peace.